For 1a, we want to know which of the graphs has the greatest rate of increase. So f of x has the steepest curve, so that has the greatest rate of increase. For b, which function has the greatest initial value? So that just means we want to know the function with the largest y-intercept. So I'm looking right about here. That's the largest y-intercept. And then it is a little tricky to follow that curve to the right so I can see which function actually belongs with the y-intercept of 0, 2000. So as I follow my eyes, it looks like it's actually h of x. For part C, which function has the greatest value at x equals 5? So I go to 5 on the x-axis, slide my eyes up, and I'm looking at this part right here, which is on the graph of f of x. For number 2, half-life means that each time a half-life cycle goes by, the amount of chemical remaining gets cut in half. So as far as filling in the table goes, just keep dividing by 2. So 64 divided by 2 is 32. 32 divided by 2 is 16. 16 divided by 2 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. For the equation on part B, I want to start with C of t equals, and then I want to do the initial amount of the chemical, so 64, and then the common ratio is going to be 0.5 because every time a half-life cycle goes by, I'm cutting it in half, and 0.5 is cutting something in half. As far as the exponent goes, I want t, which is the number of minutes, but I want to divide that by 5 because the actual half-life is 5 minutes up here that I just highlighted. The actual half-life is 5 minutes. So I want to take the number of minutes, divide that by 5, because this exponent is representing the number of half-life cycles. On part C, they want to know how much is left after 60 minutes. So we just use our formula from part B and we just plug in 60 for t. So we have C of 60 equals 64 times 0.5 to the 60 divided by 5. So just type that in. If you want to go ahead and divide 60 divided by 5 right off the bat, you can do that. And then when you type it in, you get about this, 0.015625 milligrams. For that last question, we have a 4.5 interest rate. Remember, you have to write that as a decimal when you put it in the actual equation. So you move the decimal point 2 places to the left, which makes it 0.045. And then your initial deposit is $1,200, and you do that in 2015. So then we want our function a of t equals, and we do our initial value, so the $1,200, and then it's 1 plus, since this is interest, we're earning interest, so I'm going to do a plus sign instead of a minus sign, and then 0.045, since that's the interest rate, and then raised up to the t. So you could leave it like that if you want to, or if you simplified inside the parentheses and made it 1.045, like that, either way would be acceptable on a summative. And then that last part, B, if you're going until 2030, 2030 minus 2015 means that the time is going to be 15. And then we'll just plug that into our formula. So instead of t, I'm going to put in 15. So you type that in, and you should get, and this is money, so I'm going to put a dollar sign, you should get $2,300 or $22.34. And that's it.